All right, so let's get right into it. In sports, there's always one opponent you just can't beat, and that's the clock. But for Cristiano Ronaldo, man, that fight has become the story of his final chapter. We're talking about one guy's insane quest to literally conquer time itself.
And really, it all boils down to this one huge question. Just forget everything he's already won for a second. The real question is this: can a guy who's 41 years old, can he really dominate the world's biggest tournament? Not just show up, but actually dominate the 2026 World Cup.
So it really starts with this one number, 6. Just think about that. If Ronaldo steps onto that field in North America, he'll be the first player in history, ever, to play in 6 different World Cups. I mean, that's not just about skill. That's about an absolutely unbelievable level of longevity. It's insane.
But wait, there's another number. And honestly, this one is even more mind-blowing: 1,000. Right now, he's just 43 goals away from 1,000 official career goals. 1,000! That's a number most people thought was just impossible, totally unreachable. But for him, nah. For him, it's a target.
So you got to be asking, how is any of this even possible, right? Well, it's not just raw willpower. It's pure science. It's insane discipline. It's basically engineering your own body to just ignore its own calendar. So let's break down exactly how he's doing it.
Okay, this is where things get really wild. His passport might say he's 41, but his body tells a totally different story. All the data, body fat, muscle mass, even how fast he can sprint, it all points to his biological age being closer to 28, almost 29. That's an 11-year gap. And it's not magic. It's the result of a system he has built from the ground up.
And this is that system. We're talking about a cryotherapy chamber in his house that drops to minus 200 degrees Celsius just to kill inflammation. He doesn't sleep through the night. He takes 5 separate 90-minute naps for maximum recovery. His diet is so precise he calls chicken magical. He's even got AI analyzing his blood to create custom supplements for him. It's like a monk's dedication, but for athletic performance.
Okay, but this is where the story takes a turn, where it gets really complicated. Because while Ronaldo's been turning himself into a science experiment, a huge debate has been brewing back in Portugal. And it's a question that, honestly, used to be completely unthinkable.
Is the team actually better without him? I know, it sounds like absolute heresy, but this isn't just some hot take. The argument is based on some very real and very dramatic evidence.
So, back in a World Cup qualifier, Ronaldo gets suspended for a super important match. And without him on the field, Portugal didn't just win, oh no. They unleashed an absolute goal fest. They crushed Armenia 9-1. 9! And that win sealed their spot in the World Cup.
And when you look at the numbers, it tells a really interesting story. In the handful of games they played without him, their goals per game shot up. I mean, it more than doubled, from 2.2 to a crazy 4.8. But, and this is a big but, the number of goals they let in also nearly doubled. So, yes, the attack looked amazing, more free-flowing, but the defense, it got a whole lot leakier.
So this is the big puzzle that the coach, Roberto Martinez, has to figure out. And for him, the answer isn't Ronaldo or no Ronaldo. It's not about the past versus the future. It's about using him in a totally new way, as a different kind of weapon.
Martinez actually has a cool term for this. He calls it spatial gravity. The idea is that Ronaldo's real value isn't just the goals he scores anymore. It's what his presence does to the other team's defense, even when he doesn't have the ball. Just him being on the field is enough to pull 2, maybe even 3 defenders towards him. And bam, that opens up huge amounts of space for everyone else to attack.
Look, for the coach, it's not about picking him because of his name or his legacy. He has 3 simple rules for picking a player: talent, experience, attitude. And his argument is that Ronaldo, even now, checks all 3 of those boxes. He's not a museum piece. He's a functional, critical part of the team right now. And this quote from Martinez, wow, it really gets to the heart of the whole thing. He says he used to think that a player retires when their body finally gives up and tells their brain, that's it, we're done. But with Ronaldo, he realized it's the complete opposite. It's his brain, that insane, relentless hunger that's telling his body, nope, we're not done, keep going. So, what does this all mean for 2026? It means Ronaldo isn't just playing for another trophy. He's chasing history itself. And his entire legacy, it's hanging in the balance with every single game.
Now, to put his age in perspective, he won't actually be the oldest player ever at a World Cup. An Egyptian goalkeeper holds that record. But here's the key. Look at that list. It's almost all goalkeepers.
For a forward, a player who has to run non-stop, to be playing at this elite level at 41, that is basically uncharted territory. We've hardly ever seen it before.
And the stakes are just massive. Let's run through them. First, he's about to be the only player to ever play in 6 World Cups. Second, he only needs 2 goals to become Portugal's all-time top scorer at the World Cup, passing the legend Eusebio. And of course, there's the big one, that almost mythical 1,000 career goal mark.
So all this leaves us with one last big question to think about. For a guy who's already won it all, is it really about lifting that one last trophy? Or have we reached a point where the true legacy isn't the trophy, but the quest itself? That insane, relentless, age-defying fight against time? Maybe that's the whole point.